Hello, everybody. So, let me see if I can't get this correctly done. Having some problems with the mics today. So, anyways, hey guys, I have this book. Let me see if I can't get this kind of for you. It's hard to read with all the lighting, I know. Here we go. I wish it was reversed. I will figure out how to do this sometime to reverse the image. Anyways, I have a book here. It was written by a good YouTuber individual. His channel name is Jacob Israel. He wrote a book not too long ago. The name of the book is called The Calling, the Book of Thomas James. And this book was written, he said, for our specific times, in our specific day, and should be a book that is personable to all of us. So I haven't read the book yet. I've had it for a few months now, and I just figured it would probably be a good time to do a reading of this book. I haven't seen any other YouTubers out there that have done this book. I haven't seen a reading of this book anywhere, so I figured, Jacob Israel did not ask me to do this. It's something I'm doing on my own. I hope that Jacob does not mind that I'm doing this. So, anyways, hopefully it's uh, a project that he will not mind, and maybe he could use some time. So, anyways, once again, the name of the book, The Calling, the Book of Thomas James. It's got a great cover. Fortunately, this is a book that he has for sale on Amazon. The ISBN number to this book is 978 TAC 1 TAC 6629 TAC 0921 TAC 4. So it should be something that you should be able to go to any of your bookstores, any of your online book stores as well, and be able to use that ISBN number and actually find this book somewhere. So it's well worth it. Like I said, it's a book that he does have on Amazon. I know for sure. That's where I bought this book from. Jacob does have, like I said, he's got his own YouTube channel, quite insightful, quite entertaining at times, worth to follow, worth to keep up with. So, anyways, here we go. Hope you enjoyed this book. Hey, Miss Smoker, I do apologize. That's what you get when you spend 21 plus years in the military too, as well. So I do apologize. All right. The Calling, the Book of Israel by Jacob Israel. It's by Gateway Press out of Columbus, Ohio. He does have a forward here. It's written for my wife and my amazing children. You are my dream that came true, and I will always be grateful for you. I can't wait for what comes next. Great little forward. Um, another couple forwards here. Uh, they know nothing. They understand nothing. They walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. And I said, you are gods. You are all sons of the mighty high. But you will die like mere men. And that was Psalms 82, um, chapters 5 through 6 of the King James Bible. Also, we have another forward here. Your life is not what it appears to be. What will happen when the truth is poured out on a world that is deceived? What will happen when the truth is poured out on a world that is deceived? Open your eyes, and this book may set you free. Thomas James. Written by Jacob Israel. As a child, this is Thomas James speaking now. As a child, I knew no sin until I was taught by others I was bad to begin. As a child, I was not ashamed or easily tamed. I was alive and free. As a child, I was who I was born to be until the ignorant ones got a hold of me. As a child, I was perfect until tricked into eating of that cursed tree. Thomas James. All right, here we go. The child is born. September 10th. Mars hangs closer to the Earth than it has in 6,000 years. It appears as bright orange star in the sky, like the light that led men from the east to a child in a manger. It could well be a sign of things to come. Sheets of rain flood the roads leading to the small town of Bethel, and the storm had just begun. What should be the brightest night of the year has become one of the darkest. The doors of Bethel Memorial Hospital swing open, and a very pregnant 19-year-old girl staggers into the emergency room. Her hair is matted from the fierce rain. Droplets of water tickle from her face to the floor. A large, wet, white t shirt clings to her protruding belly. Her teeth chatter. She holds her stomach with one hand and braces herself against the wall with the other. Someone, someone, please, please help me, she gasps before her legs give way and she falls to the floor. We need help here, yells Lance, a young emergency room technician. He charges to her side. The lights in the hospital flicker. The storm outside breaks, the electrical current and forces the generators to take over. This girl needs help, Lance yells again. He cradles her head in his lap. Her scared eyes fluttered until they met his. It's happening. Her voice is barely audible, distressed. She grabs Lance's arm tightly. Her hand feels like hot coals to his skin. A crack of lightning rips through the sky. It startles Lance as the sound of its thunder around them. He clenches just as the young girl loses consciousness. " Help! We need help! He screams. which are more urgent. Her body goes limp in his arms. Nurses and aides swarm to the area. We'll take it from here, an ER nurse assures. On the count of three, they prepare to lift her onto a gurney. One, two, three. In a flood of motion, she is whisked up and away. Lance stands alone. He is dazed. As they rushed her to a delivery room, his arms burn where the girl grabbed him. He shakes it frantically, but the pain persists. He pulls back his sleeve. What the? His eyes widen in horror. A glowing imprint of the girl's hand pulses brilliantly on his forearm. He grabs the bottom of his shirt and scrubs the area ferociously until the natural color returns. Now, at a breath, the room circles him. He feels sick. What did she do to me? He cries and runs to the restroom to vomit. Make way, someone shouts as the emergency team crashes through the delivery room. Where do they want her? One nurse asks. Right here. Nancy, a heavy-set African American with a distinct southern accent, points. OB is on the way. She grabs a freshly laundered sheet from the warmer. They rush the girl into position. Nancy leans in to tighten the cuffs around her arm and adjust the fetal monitor belt to record contractions. Her eyes are red as if she has been up for hours, or maybe she has recently cried. Can you hear me, sweetie? Can you hear me? Nancy looks concerned as she turns the unconscious pregnant girl's face from left to right. Did anybody get her name? Nancy asks, looking curiously from one person to another. The group has no answer. They give her at all. Nancy takes a deep breath and shakes her head. She leans in on the table and thinks what to do next. Are you sure you're up for this, Nancy? Another nurse asks. I'm fine. Nancy snaps back. Wait, wait, wait. Nancy quiets the room by raising her pointer finger as the mysterious girl revives. Where am I? The pregnant girl asks fearfully. Nancy straightens. You are safe, honey. You are about to have a baby. Now, you have to listen very carefully. Do not push. Whatever you do, don't push. Not till we tell you. The two eyes lock on one another. My name is Sophia, she says timidly. Sophia James. Sophia, should we call your parents or the father of the child? She closes her eyes, shaking her head in disagreement. I I don't know who the father is. Everyone pauses to wonder why the girl would confess such a thing. Even though the times are more liberal than ever before, those in the town of Bethel still frown upon a pregnant woman out of wedlock, especially one as young as Sophia James. That doesn't matter now, Sophia, Nancy declares. She takes the girl's hand and tosses a look of caution to the others. All that matters right now is this baby. Nancy smiles sweetly and turns to the clock on the wall. Will somebody page Obi again? You don't understand, Sophia whispers. I don't understand what, sweetheart? Nervous tears leak from her eyes. I'm scared. I, I'm not ready. I'm not. She swallows her words as labor pains attack her back and legs. It hurts. It hurts too much, she cries. Just breathe, baby. Just breathe. Sophia reaches up and grabs Nancy's scrubs. He's coming. He's coming, she screams, writhing in pain. Nancy takes her place at the front of the table. She inspects the mother to be and realizes they are out of time. The baby is coming with or without the doctor. Are you ready, Sophia? I can't do this, Sophia cries, bearing down as the pain drives her to push. The baby begins to crown. Yes, you can. You can. The aide mops Sophia's brows. Her cheeks inflate and then deflate as she puffs, grunts, and groans. The head is almost out. All right, Sophia, we are going to do this together. Now, push. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now breathe. The baby's nose and mouth become visible. Nancy guides the head out gently, and Sophia's breathing becomes shallow. You did it, Mom. Okay, now take a second to relax, and we're going to. Nancy stops, speaking as she notices the color drain from the young girl's face. She looks at the monitor. Sophia's blood pressure is falling. Sophia is bleeding out. Sophia, Sophia. Nancy's words trail off in an echo as darkness crowds the young mother's eyes. Her pupils dilate. She relaxes into the table as if asleep. The sound of those in the room turns into the sound of waves rolling in and out of the seashore. Sophia's eyes open to a crystal clear sea. Where am I? She whispers in a voice that barely sounds like her own. She stands in its ankle deep water, the sand on the shore behind her, shimmering like a million diamonds in the light. Sophia's hair dances from the cool breeze, caressing her. To her amazement, she is no longer pregnant. What is this place? Blessed are you above all women, an angel crowned with 12 stars says as he descends from a scarlet colored cloud. Sophia falls to her knees. The angel's feet rest on the sea. He smiles curiously and then walks above it, rippling waves towards her. A leader your child will be, one who will clear the way for others to see. What do you mean? She asks in confusion. The angel smiles and says, Thomas James will be his name, and the words he writes will release a world held captive by ignorant chains. I don't understand. His rainbow colored eyes begin to glow, and a soft light surrounds him as he tilts his head, almost bowing to her, to say, Prophets and kings desire to hear the words your son will speak. A writer he will be, one to make way for those in darkness to see. The angel extends a jeweled hand, which Sophia takes cautiously. He leads her away from the water to the pink and blue sand of a new seashore. The corners of his mouth point down as his eyes fill with darkness. Dark days lie ahead for the chosen child. What are you saying? She pleads. This world lives in confusion, he said sadly. But the truth will rise, and those who have scattered will draw near to us again. Thunder roars, her breath catches, and the heavens open to steal the angel away in its blinding light. Sophia trembles as she weeps for the child she has not yet held in her arms. She closes her eyes. God help us, she says, as once again the sounds around her change. Sophia, Sophia, can you hear me? Sophia's eyes flutter open in response. Where am I? She struggles to talk. You're in a recovery room, sweetheart, Nancy hears. Sophia squints as the morning sun catches her eye through the window. I don't understand. You had a rough spell, but you're okay now. Dark bags hang heavy under Nancy's eyes. I've been waiting for you to wake up. I've been here 24 hours. Actually, I could have been home cleaning. Could have gotten myself some sleep too. She chuckles. I'm sorry. Sorry. Don't be silly. I was just joking, sweetheart. Besides, it's been 20 years and I still can't pass up a young mother in need. She presses into the intercom. Miss James is awake. Mother? Sophia's eyes widen. Yes, you scared us for a bit, but you did real well. Nancy takes her hand. You have a baby, beautiful boy. Boy, I have a boy. Tears of joy fall from her eyes. I just let them know you're awake. They should be bringing him any minute. Nancy gently pushes back some of the Sophia's hair behind her ear. Before you know it, he'll be in those pretty young arms and it will feel like everything is right in the world. Thank you. There is no need to thank me, child. It took more than my help to keep the two of you in this world. She blinks nervously as she lets go of Sophia's hand. What do you mean? Never mind that now, Nancy says evasively. That baby is so beautiful. If I didn't know any better, I would say he was smiling when he was born. Here we are. Another nurse wheels the baby into the room. She spies Nancy sitting in a chair next to Sophia. A look of concern falls over her face. Nancy, shouldn't you be home taking care of things? Nancy shoots her an angry look, one she didn't hide from the patient. I'm fine. Sophia sits up in excitement. Thank you. Thank you so much. She reaches for her newborn, but is not strong enough to lift the child on her own. Wrapped in a pure white blanket, the baby almost seems to glow. Oh my gosh, you are so beautiful. Tears slide down her cheeks. Nancy lifts the baby from his bassinet and lays him gently in Sophia's arms. Hi there, Sophia says joyfully, drawing the child close to her. Heart to kiss the top, drawing the child close to her heart to kiss the top of his head. Do you have a name yet? Nancy asks. She looks up from the baby curiously. His name will be Thomas. Thomas James. She pauses to recall her strange dream. An angel told me to name him that. Thomas? Nancy looks stricken. Her heart pounds as she continues. An angel told you to name him? Thomas? She holds her breath. Yes, he did. Nancy takes a few steps back as tears well up in her eyes. Sophia stares. Are you all right? I'm fine. Nancy gulps down the lump in her throat. I'll leave you two to get to know each other. With one hand on the door handle and the other clasping her heart, Nancy turns slightly, feigns a smile, and quickly exits. Sophia takes a moment to let go of her concerns for the nurse and gazes again once upon her newborn's beautiful blue eyes. Maybe she doesn't believe me, but that doesn't mean what I am about to say isn't true. You are going to be a writer, Thomas, an important one for such a time as this, Sophia declares as she gently taps his forehead twice with her index finger. You are going to make a way for others to see, aren't you? From Beth Sprout's life, darkness prepares us for the light. To grow, we are strengthened. For great strength, our spirit is put to the test. Our lowest point, the greater our will is to fly. In our error, we find the wisdom to make things right. When we lose much, we find that what we are truly grateful for, there is a reason for all we go through and a purpose for all we endure. Thomas James. And I think that will be it for right now. That is the first chapter. We have many chapters to go. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in and have a great evening.